All right, Shalom. First off, you want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Shamar,
And their brother Yariala.
and we just come together to do this lesson, just, speaking on it through the Spirit, what's been going on, dealing with the times we in and dealing with how things are heating up and getting more serious, dealing with the coronavirus. All right, because as you've been seeing, if you've been watching, you know, Esau's been pushing it more and more heavily upon the people, pushing fear upon them that this whole virus situation is something that's serious. And I wanted to touch on this article real quick that goes into how Esau's. This is out in Denmark, but nonetheless, this is what's going to be happening pretty much everywhere, more than likely. Because if it's happening in one state, what's stopping it from happening everywhere else?
Yep.
All right, so this is from Summit News, and the heading says Denmark passes law enabling forced coronavirus vaccinations, and it says Denmark has passed an emergency law that allows for the government to force people to take a vaccine for coronavirus. The emergency law gives authorities sweeping powers to tackle the COVID-19 pandemic and will remain in force until March 2021. Citizens who refuse to be tested for the coronavirus will face fines and potential prison time and will be prevented from entering shops, grocery stores, public institutions, and hospitals while also being restricted from using public transport. As well as enforcing quarantine measures, the law also allows the authorities to force people to be vaccinated, even though there is currently no vaccination for the virus. Copenhagen University law professor Jens Elo Ryder said the news measures were certainly the most extreme since the Second World War. And as Spirity said that because what's coming up next, the Third World War.
Yep. Ooh.
And so it's showing you that basically this is a new thing in history, so to speak, because he said something like this hasn't happened or wasn't this extreme since World War II. And World War III is right around the corner, so that's why everything is being more extreme now. We're in a different time, where things aren't normal that's going on now. It's abnormal. It's a new norm.
Everything's moving faster than ever.
Mm-hmm.
So fast that your boy DJ Trump had to put out a decree for what he called, I believe, the warp speed. To speed up this vaccination. He's probably promising you Babylonians a vaccine before this year lets out. Hey man, this year is turning up. I got a precept to back up what you just mentioned though.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's coming quickly. The Third World War III.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude said it in his quote that the measures wasn't taken this extreme since World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the spirit basically. Because things were bad in the things were pretty sure were bad in the economy and everything else around the time they went to war, because that's the main reason they go to war, when the economy is doing that bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how they got out of it. Because they're saying right now we're in the greatest depression ever to occur.
Mm-hmm.
And how did they get out of the prior Great Depression? By going to war. That's what helped somewhat bounce this economy back, to a certain extent for the time being. All right, but the difference from that war to this war is it ain't gonna be no bouncing back. All right, this place is too far gone with this whole COVID-19 pandemic, with the world being locked down. All right, businesses being shut down, imports being limited to shut down and stopped. That has taken a huge impact on the economy to a point where this place, there is no bouncing back for this place, man. This war is going to be the last war. All right, America is not going to bounce back from this pandemic and from this coming Third World War. From this coming economic collapse. All right, See, the difference is they bounce back then so they can get to this point for this third war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they can build the Lord build up the tension. You know, to this point that we're at now. You know, get Esau's pride to a level and his wicked ass technology to a level. You know, his vaccinations, and ultimately the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. You know, to perfect his wicked ass craft, so to speak. You know, to get to this point, pretty much. I got one more precept.
Mm-hmm.
You know, saying how it's going, how the brother is reading about how I believe what Denmark
Yeah.
they're making pretty much a draconian law to for forced vaccination. All right, and we all know, us brothers in the know. Okay, we see this vaccination, forced vaccinations, being a prelude to what, to the forced mandation of the RFID microchip being the mark of the beast. All right, it is a step-by-step play that this devil makes, and he's doing it by draconian measures. This is Isaiah, and these other countries are going to jump on board. You know, like the brother's saying, just like, you know, certain states had where you can wear your mask. All right, now it's being mandated. All right, Kroger, Costco, these are big chains. You know, store chains around the U.S. They have already adopted that in their stores. You know, around these different states. All right, of course these other places are going to jump on board. All right. So this is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed."
Mm-hmm. And that's what Esau is doing with these laws that he's trying to pass.
Mm-hmm.
He's been trying to pass these wicked decrees. You know, like it said, like you said, draconian laws, and that's basically what it is. You know, trying to pass laws that are basically wicked. All right.
Right.
And it mentioned in the article that it didn't get passed, but they tried to pass this bill. You know, because it says where is it at? It says, yeah, the initial draft of the law was even more draconian and would have allowed police to enter private homes without warrant if there was suspicion of the coronavirus infection. However, this measure was dropped after opposition from other parties in the parliament. Yeah, it shows you that this is what they're trying to do, though. You know, even though it may have been dropped or whatnot, like it said, this is what he's trying to aim to do. This is his goal, what he's trying to strive to, what he's aiming for, you know? Why do you think Trump did the whole warp speed thing?
Mm-hmm.
All the making it trying to slowly making it mandatory at first as the children, you know, being mandated to take vaccines and stuff to go to school, this and that.
Yep.
Now it's going to move to the adults where, because you know, once you're grown, you don't even go to the doctor no more. You know, plenty of people don't.
Yeah, they don't go. They don't go to school. You know, you can get a GED, or you can just, you know, Jake just finesses it, man. Jake get a trade, you know, or Jake just find a way,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So Esau is just trying to cut all that out, you know, and bring it all together, you know.
Yeah. And it mentioned that you're not going to be able to go to places if you don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to go on trips. You ain't going to be able, like, you know, like the apostles on down mentioned with dealing with the mark of the beast. You ain't going to be able to go to the club. You ain't going to be able to go to the store. You know, basically how it is out there in China. You know, when you couldn't go anywhere. Like if you was a person who had it, they was tracking you. You can't go to. You're being restricted, basically, and that's what it's coming down to. You know, the times that we're coming into are are very serious times. You know, and this is just the beginning of it. We haven't really seen what's about to happen. You know, we're seeing the prelude
Yep.
because it's actually going to get worse as time moves forward, man. All right, they're telling you in a subtle way everything that they're trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they actually start implementing it, that's when you're gonna start seeing people just bugging out because they wasn't really taking heed to what Esau been telling you as all these different meetings they've been having, speaking on it, saying that they're gonna have billions of vaccines ready for people. You think they're just making it just to have it? No, they're gonna force you to take it, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And this Jeremiah 30:7, it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, is even the time of Jacob's trouble."
Yeah, that's right. And Jacob is talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. because Esau hasn't really been speaking on it as much as he has a couple weeks prior. But you Jakes are still the number one coronavirus carriers, COVID-19 carriers and cases. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of deaths that's been occurring. You know, they're saying that it's predominantly Jake. You know, the news just came out. You know, I believe this past weekend, pretty much. I think in New Mexico, you know, they're doing shutdowns. All right, I believe the county or the city of Gallup. You know, they're pretty much you can't travel there. All right, and I believe where they have gas section off at the res, you know, they just have them pretty much stuck there. All right, because they're claiming that Jake is pretty much spreading it and carrying it, man. You know, so Esau is gonna find hey man, he's gonna make up any way to target you Jakes, man. All right, you see in the news right now, it's a lot of cases where Esau is attacking Jake, man, for so called not social distancing. You know, they're breaking up funerals. You know, Jake just posted on the block. All right, they slamming Jake, fighting Jake, tussling, arresting him. All right, you know, a lot of Jakes are getting killed too. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of footage coming out of that, man. You know, and the Lord is allowing this to go on to fulfill, really to kill you niggas, and as well as fulfill, I believe Genesis, what, the 49th chapter. You
Mm-hmm.
know, who shall rouse Jacob up? You know, because it's gonna start with Judah. You know, because Judah is the head tribe of the nation of Israel. All right, you know that's why you see a lot of the information coming out about so-called Negroes. All right, because Judah is the head. You know that's where the Lord is going to start to get this thing popping. You know, because it's gonna be race wars, man. You know, it's gonna be a lot of chaos taking place. Because a lot of the people that are standing up against the vaccinations is these Bible toting Edomites. All right, and these Israelites, man. A lot of these Jakes are very well studied. They came across videos, you know, of the Israelites, apostles, you know, brothers, or just different Jakes that's preaching this word, man. You know, so Jake is woke to a certain extent to what this devil is doing, and guess what? There's going to be a great resistance, and that's going to cause Esau to further clamp down on Jake as a whole, man. You know, I believe I was watching the video of the elder Yashawamba. He was covering an article. This devil, the Bill Gates of hell. He's pretty much saying that he wants to make man over. I forgot the number, man. It was billions of vaccinations for the world,
Mm-hmm.
and Esau only has it, according to his so-called count, roughly 8 billion people in the world. In the world, what the hell you doing with over 8 billion vaccinations, man? You know, vaccines. What are you gonna do with that much vaccines, man? That's what the hell, you know. But that's this devil's intentions, and he said that he wants to first take care of the poor minority stricken countries, in which he's talking about you Jakes, all right, and then these other heathens that's in the poor countries, but really he want to focus on the Israelites, and they understand that the curses follows the Israelites. Jake is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, a lot of the these different countries. You know, you may think that this heathen in the in these ghettos of these different countries, a lot of them be Israelites, man. You know, and Esau understands that Jacob has been mingled throughout the nations as well. You know, but ultimately this is Esau's way of doing something he deems as depopulation. All right, going back to the Georgia Guidestone, man. This devil wants to take population down to what he says maintain humanity under 500 million. All right, that's roughly, I believe, what, 7.5 billion people he has to get rid of to fulfill that number. All
Mm-hmm.
right, and this is what this devil is making moves towards doing. All right, he's right. He's making legislations. Okay, uh, 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 coming down with more draconian, severe measures. Okay, it's gonna get worse, man. you know, and he's letting these people out slowly. What do they call lifting up the what is it called, the
Restrictions.
restrictions. The water. He's lifting up the restrictions in different countries. I believe Italy just did it as well. You know, different states out here. And what is that going to do, man? That's going to allow them to further spread the virus and really diseases and plagues in itself. You know, to further, hey man, to further the numbers, man. All right, they're already talking about the second wave, man. See, Esau has already. See, this is all Esau, a part of Esau's plan, man. This is all a part of his agenda. You know.
And finish it off. It
Yeah.
says, "Alas, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Mm-hmm.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen, man. All right, the elect they're going to be saved out of it, man. The elect in the 1/3. All right, yet that time of Jacob's trouble, that's the times that we're living in, though. And you're seeing how, and you see that by seeing how Esau is pointing the finger at who?
Yep.
At our people, saying that we're the main ones catching it, so that we people looking at us like, oh, you got it, you got the coronavirus, this and that, and then you got as well as Esau just blatantly killing Jakes now left and right, and going hard on the Northerns too.
Yep.
Not even just Jake. You mean not even just the South? Both the North and the South getting it.
Right.
So you see, it's being made, manifest who our enemy is. We've been telling you who your enemy is, yet it's going to be made more known, like blatantly in your face type stuff, man.
Yep.
As we get more in these last days, because Esau, he's just going to be doing more and more, putting more and more hell on you, man. All right, not sparing any emotions for y'all. He already don't. Yet now Jake going to be forced to wake up to who their enemy is, man. Trying to always overlook Esau for what he did, like saying, "Oh, he's cool, this and that. We in a different time, peace and love." Oh, that's out the window, man. And you're gonna see that very soon, man, in the near future.
Yep.
All right. People thinking that since things they're starting to loosen up the restrictions and all that, that it's gonna go back to how it used to be before the virus happened. Hey, y'all sadly mistaken, man. It's gonna be a whole different type of a new way of living now. Since the situation played out, now it's not gonna be the same anymore. All right. It's gonna be a whole lot of new things that's going on from here on out, basically until the end.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of tracking as well. Esau is going to be tracking a lot of you people. You people that's choosing, to want to go back to your so-called normal way of living, which this is far from life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They already have little leaked documents on how they plan on opening up or lifting restriction through different phases, man. All right. And it entails a lot of tracking. And man, it's all leading up. The end of the road is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, man. This devil wants to know where you are at all times, what you're doing at all times. He want to be able to control you at all times. All right. Tell you where you can go, what you can do. All right. He wants to be able to monitor you. All right, and really control your life. He want to play the role of the Heavenly Father on earth, man. And this is his way towards moving towards it and getting you people accustomed to doing it. Now everybody was bugged out a couple of weeks prior. Now everybody's used to walking around with masks on and gloves. Okay, they're used to they're more used to social distancing. All right, they're more used to standing in line waiting upon things. Okay, hell, they're cool. They're used to being inside their house. All right, these people are already accustomed to their so-called rights being taken away from them. Okay, but you got these Edomites, man. They ain't going. All right, they're leading the charge and marching and standing up. For their Edomite rights, man. All right, because you're gonna have a great resistance, man. Okay, this is gonna be Civil War 2.0. Okay, it's gonna be wild out here. All right, and that's why Esau already has his his reserve military guards. All right, already set in place. You know, he has everything ready to combat what's getting ready to happen, and he's forcing the issue, man. That's why he took away all the circus, all the entertainment, the folly, so that you can focus in on the hell. Okay, focus in on the hell that he's putting right before your face, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, I had another one. This is First Thessalonians 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For
Mm-hmm.
yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Yeah, and we understand that these are all the preludes leading up to the return of Yahweh Shai. You know, as Yahweh Shai told the disciples, which went on to be apostles, you know, St. Matthew, the 24th chapter, you know, when shall be the end, pretty much the end of this world, man. All right. When shall be the sign of the Lord's return and the Lord's coming into to establish a righteous kingdom. And uh, um, the Lord said scenarios that would be taking place on the earth leading up to his return, man. All right. So we know very well, you know, that we're in that time judging by measuring through the prophecies. You know, we are in the year of prophecy, man. All right. Everything that the Lord said that would be taking place leading up to his return is happening. All right, at an unprecedented level, by the way, you know. So we understand what time we're in, you know.
Mm-hmm. And it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child,
And
and they shall not escape."
and that's what they're saying. They're saying it's cool, you know. The numbers are staying steady.
We're flattening the curve.
Yeah, you know we're gonna lift the restrictions. We're gonna probably push it a week or two more by the end of May. You guys can still get out and enjoy your summer. All right, we're gonna open it. We're gonna open back up businesses. You know, we're gonna open up parks, whatever if they're whatever they close. You know, beaches. All right, you know it's gonna be you're gonna be able to have 6 feet social gatherings. You know, on some bugged out mess, man. We're gonna defeat this because Esau claimed a war on COVID-19, a war on coronavirus. Pretty much, we're gonna defeat this invisible enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna be able to get back to your good old so-called American life. You know, peace and safety. It says then sudden destruction shall come, man. This is the calm before the storm. All right. It's like the apostle to Harbin saying, man, it's gonna get bad before it gets worse, man. You know, this is only the beginning of the sorrows of the morning. Or you people think it's bad now, man. It's gonna get way worse. You know, and these people are begging for their old lives back, man. You'll never have your old life back, man. That is a thing of the past. All right.
And it says, "But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober."
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we supposed to be doing, you know, watching what's going on. You know, not being asleep like these other people are. These people are super sleep, all right? They don't know what's going on. Neither do they care what's going on, all right? And by the time they do figure out what's going on, it's going to be too late.
Yep.
Esau already getting things lined up to make his moves, all right? He got the National Guard out here. He's cutting your food supply like slowly, making it the new norm to see shelves that's empty now, you know, to have certain things taken away from you, certain your freedom slowly being taken away from you, so that you're already accustomed to living like that, and then once he just start going all out on you, it's gonna be like it came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah, he already been getting everything lined up and ready.
Yeah, he's systematically breaking you people down,
Mm-hmm.
and so much he's gonna make you people desperate for the vaccination, man. You're gonna be begging for it, you know, doing anything to receive it, you know.
Yep.
I got this. Unless you have more,
No, that was it.
this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Yeah, we not ignorant of his devices, man. And Esau's been getting exposed left and right, you
Hell
know.
yeah.
about all this being a setup the whole time just to further his agenda, which we already know that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because we're not ignorant of his devices, man.
Yep.
All right, neither are these people in the world. Your own, you got Edomites exposing you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody already know what you're doing. It's not the new anymore. Your tricks is old.
Yep.
And that's why they're trying to start deeming you a conspiracy theorist or flagging videos and
Mm-hmm.
stuff because the truth is getting brought out so much that you can't even hide your true agenda. You know, the masses of the people may be deceived, but it's a lot of people that do know the truth at the same time.
Yep.
About what's really going on, and those people that's those anti-vaxxers, that those gun-toting Edomites that's storming in the buildings. All right, they know what's going on and they're paying attention,
Yep.
and that's why it's going to be a civil unrest like the scriptures speak of. Those people that actually do know what's going on and that get tired of the BS that's going on.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I got this. Since you mentioned that, this is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another."
Yeah, and that's what's coming here to America, man. The sword and destruction, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you're already starting to see people rising up against each other, mainly Esau and Jacob.
Yep.
All right, Esau rising up against our people already. Like, it's not even like it's just cops. It's regular, degular Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna get to a point to where it's gonna be civil war, man. I mean, race wars
Yep.
and civil wars, both.
Yeah, because Esau, the difference between back then when Jake was getting downtrodden and just done wrong by Esau, which it never changed. Yeah, they got suppressed for a time. All right, Esau was able to how do you say, get the benefits of his Edomite privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all being taken away. Esau is getting the benefits of feeling like a nigga now. He's losing jobs now. All right, he's being forced and told what he can do. His rights are being taken away. And Esau believed wholeheartedly on the constitutional rights, man. All right, his your First Amendment right, your Fourth Amendment right. All right, all these amenities that this devil has, it's being taken away from him in the name of coronavirus, to COVID-19. All right, they're losing jobs. They're losing homes. All right, you know. So these devils are like, nah, man, fuck that. We're standing up. So now they're gonna go against them. They're gonna go against their own government and really their own kind. All right, you know. And months going against Jacob, man, and these other heathen nations, man. It's gonna be a great divide. And this place is known as what the melting pot, man. In the with all the nations in one place, man. Nothing but confusion. Babylon. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands."
Mm-hmm. And that's what you're gonna see going on.
Mm-hmm.
One people standing up to fight against another with swords in their hands, man. And a sword could be many things,
Yep.
not just a gun. All right. Yet this is what you're gonna see going on.
That's right. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power."
And this is what the elites want to happen, man.
Yep.
Basically, just all chaos breaking loose. You not having any pity upon your neighbor, breaking into your neighbor's homes and all that other stuff. All right, Esau wants all this to happen, man. All right, so then he could be justified declaring martial law and all.
Yep.
And then after that, it's just gonna be him just rolling up on people, blowing people away left and right. But it's gonna be all so-called justified in his eyes when he declares it,
Yep.
because that's what he wants to happen. So then he could problem, reaction, solution.
Yep. Order out of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, man. He's causing a forced famine to occur.
Yep.
To a point where you're not going to be able. You already have places limiting, like I mentioned, Costco and Kroger, limiting the meat. It came out. I first heard it from the Apostle Ramlab, then I seen it in the news. Spots like Wendy's, man. They're not serving beef, man. Beef patties and everybody. That's the American. That's the American staple, man. Pork, beef, hot dogs, burgers. All right. You know those places are being forcefully shut down. All right. The farmers are not able to sell their crops. All right. You know, in these different meats. Okay. So there's going to be a shortage and ultimately a famine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and a lot of you guys that's been hoarding, you know, that's been panic buying. All right, your neighbors, man, they're gonna come and take your food, man. You know, they're gonna kill for your resources. And guys like Alex Jones, man, they gonna eat you. You know, cannibalism is gonna take place, man, in a high level. All right, a lot of you people have already unknowingly been eating humans, man. The hell you think to be putting in these damn fast food joints that you be eating at McDonald's and all that nasty shit. That's not real meat, you know. All right, so it's gonna get bad out here, you know, and it's all prophecy. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." You know, you see that happening right now, you know, and it's only gonna further increase. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just mentioned, out I believe out there, New Mexico, the city or county of Gallup, you know, around that area, they have already locked down that area. You know, you can't go in or leave out. Curfews, you know. So that's only going to further stretch out. See, even if Esau lift up these restrictions, or allow you people to go to your new norm way of so-called living, all right, he gonna clamp right back down, man. All right, he just letting off the brakes, so to speak, giving you people a breather, a false sense of hope and safety. You know, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid."
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's what's gonna be going on, man.
Yep,
You know, everybody has an experience with the things that are gonna be coming here in America.
yep.
You're gonna be shook up when all these things actually do happen. All right.
Mhm,
You thinking you people are thinking they scared now of a fake virus going around. How much more when a real thing is going on, man?
mhm.
And it's gonna be real serious. And people trying to kill you and eat you.
Yep.
All type of stuff going on out here, man. These are the things that are coming here to America though, very soon, sooner than later.
Yeah, because with all this hell happening, what spirit are these people in, man? They're still in the spirit of pride, man.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. You people should be completely humbled, man. You done lost your damn life. All right, you know, your world has been completely pressed to a halt, a complete stop, and you people still want to be proud, man. All right, and that's one of the top things that the Most High hates, man. All right, a proud look. All right, and that's why in the scriptures, this place, you know, we're spoken about the difference between America and these other countries. All right, these other kingdoms, man. That the look of the Babylon, his look was more stout. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the pride of Babylon, that American pride. All right, starting with the most proud Esau, man. As the scriptures say, thou most proud. You know, so the Lord is going to just bring more plagues, man. More pestilence, famine. These are ways that you humble a person down, man. You take the food off their plate, man. All right. You know, you break them down, break down their immune system. All right. You know, pain and agony. You know, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
And that's what it's gonna be because of the lack of bread and great tribulation that's coming here to America, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everything that you never experienced before gonna be going on,
Mm-hmm.
and all these things are on the way. All right, like the scriptures say, it's nothing but lamentation, mournings, and woes coming
Right.
here, man.
Right.
And you're seeing it slowly build up. You know, this is just the beginning. All right, like the brothers be mentioning often, those birth pains.
Mm.
All right, so think more every so you know everything's just basically downhill from this point. Ain't no saving America, no making it better. All right, they're talking about things reopening and getting better, like Trump be talking about. And that's not how it's gonna be. All right, things are going to just continue to get worse from this point on, man. And you're going to have less and less rights,
That's
less
right.
freedom,
That's right.
more draconian laws. All right,
Yep.
being told what to do, not choosing what to do.
That's right. Yep. And you people are not gonna have no understanding what's going on, man. You're gonna be in an utter state of confusion, utter state of fear, of panic. All right, you people are gonna lose your morals, your integrity, whatever moral integrity that you still have intact. It's all gonna go out of the window. Like the brother quoted the scripture, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, leading you people to devour each other, to turn into the brute beast savages that you are. You know, turn into criminals. All right, turn into to violence. You know, to take, murder, steal, pretty much the customs that Babylon was established upon. All right, the same way that this devil has established this land, man. All right, rape, robbery, murder. All right, hell, that's the same. It's been occurring, man. It's just gonna happen on an amplified level. All right, for all the tribulation that's about to hit this place, man. Everybody's gonna turn to fending for themselves. Survival of the fittest. All right, and you women, man, you're out of there, man. You're the weaker link.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't have a man in that day, you're gonna be easily devoured. You know, and really you're just gonna be extra baggage, man. So you're gonna be caught out there. All right, the only people that's gonna be truly taken care of for and protected and defended are the men of the Lord. And those of their households. You know, I got this. Unless you had anything, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Saint Matthew, the 24th chapter. Let me see. I'll start at verse 6. Saint Matthew 24:6. Because it's going to be a lot. It is a lot of events going on systematically, and all this is leading up to the return of Yahweh Shai, man. And so much these people are not going to be able to focus on one scenario. You know, it's going to be the plague, the coronavirus. It's going to be more viruses, man. They're already talking about more viruses occurring. Oh, the economic collapse. Oh, the famine. Oh, war. It's going to be a lot, man. St. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
And that's what you hear on now.
Yep.
Wars and rumors of wars. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the end is not yet, though. It's still more to come.
Yep.
All right. There's gonna be real war going on, and it's gonna be a lot more plagues and pestilences actually hitting America, man. So this is just the beginning of it.
That's right. That's right, man. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And you see it in the famine, and pestilence in other places, but those things are coming here to America.
Yep.
All right, the famine, and real pestilence. All right, not nothing that Esau, a little fabricated story. It's gonna be real pestilence where you actually seeing bodies in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing people dying of hunger.
Yep. Seeing people kill each other, stealing from each other. All right. Hey, man, you gonna see people eating on each other, man. It's gonna get real ugly out here. You know, a lot of motherfuckers lining up for the vaccinations, leading up to people lining up for the RFID microchip, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know, you're gonna see a lot of sick things going on, man. All right, that these people are gonna turn to. What else are you gonna turn to, man? These people don't have no hope. They don't have no morals about themselves. All right. It says, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yep. And that's exactly what it is. The beginning of sorrows that we see going on. And like I've been saying, it's only going to get worse from here, man.
Yep. That's right, man.
And so with that, we're going to wrap up. And Lord's will is edifying. We're going to give our praises again to
Yes.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity.
Shalom.
And Shalom.